Looks like we're in Marseille for the offshore racing event. Quite appropriate. Seeing as this is where the Olympic offshore racing event will be held in 2024. All right, Bradley
I
is
dare
calling.
not enter the race before it starts.
All right, we've still got a couple of minutes to go, or at least couple of instants to go before a moment or two until all of the Dutch teams, all of the Dutch boats can join the starting line. Don't know what's going on over there, so in the meanwhile, let's take in the images. Let's see who's in the chat. You guys are, again, very many. There's many of you in the chat tonight, and that's really cool. Want to thank you for stopping by, saying hi, even if you're just going to watch a race or two, or you can stick around till the end. We are only 3 races in, or only 2 races in, actually. This is the 3rd coming up.
Oh, I got an idea, Nick. At the end of the stream, if it coincides, we might try to do a chat raid. I don't know if you know that feature where you can directly jump all of these lovely spectators onto the next races of the evenings on the channel.
It depends at what time we finish over here, but that will definitely be a good idea. You should tell me, you should remind me at the end of the stream. It should be around 10 o'clock, so I think we'll be perfectly timing it to hand the broadcast over to Yensi TV.
Yeah.
All right, well, Dutch team's definitely having an internet connection problem tonight. Robert, who might be still with us in the chat, maybe he could tell us what's going on. Actually, Robert was supposed to be with us on the stream tonight, but unfortunately didn't have enough devices to connect and be on the chat at the same time. But we're looking forward to bringing you his insight soon on the channel. Should have a lot of special guests with you guys this season, all through the eSailing Nations League. We've already had Bradley, who's tuning in with us and giving us some of his team captain tips. Farley last week. It was really good to have him. I think it brings a lot of people into the chat to have Farley giving his opinion on the races, especially when it's not his races. And I'm going to take this moment while we're seeing these 2 Finnish boats performing synchronized maneuvers. We're going to take a minute really quick to tell you guys there's a couple of new channels on Twitch where you can watch the eSailing Nations League as well. There is Robert Huisman's channel. He's not streaming tonight, but he will be streaming some of his races and a lot of TRL. And Juan Cardona has started also his Twitch channel. I think it already existed, but now he's putting content back onto it. And on YouTube, he's also been posting some TRL races. Thanks, Jan. Good to see you, and looking forward to seeing your stream a little bit later.
I've been watching Roxy Yoni.
Roxy Yoni also has his stream. Yes, thank you for. So there's a lot of new streamers on the scene. You got to go give them a chance. I know you guys are a good crowd and a good audience, so go help them get the channel started. These Finnish boats doing beautiful maneuvers here. Do you think they know we're watching?
It's mesmerizing.
It is a little hypnotizing. We can see this. Maybe the race committee can give us a little bit of insight on what's going on right now, but we can definitely take in the show. I would like this Dutch boat to get into it. It would make a little bit of color. Here we go. Maybe the Dutch boat can hear us and we'll go join the maneuvers.
Internet problems, it seems. Yep. Confirming by the race committee. Thank you, Alfonso. Netherlands seems to be having some internet problems. I think saying that the Prada Cup is to blame.
The Prada Cup, yeah. Really strange new format going on in the Prada Cup. They've made some changes. Here we go. All right, we've got some 2-team synchronized sailing. All right, really sorry about this. It happens. It's what happens when we're live, and right now the 4th boat is trying to connect to the lobby. We're holding holding pattern while that boat arrives and joins us on the waters. Yeah, so right now there's also another big event going on, which is the Prada Cup in real life and in virtual regatta.
I have yet to try this new, so I'm just popped up. I'm probably the last person to hear this from the Pacific side, since the day started after you all, but yeah, the AC-75 has changed.
There's no spinnaker. There's no
What do you think in the
spinnaker.
chat? Let us know in the chat. Let us know in the chat what you think about this new update. I'll be trying a few races afterwards to see what's up.
All right.
This is very strange.
We've got 4 boats on the water here. Resonance has made it, and Robert Heusman as well has managed to join. Sorry if we were distracting him with this joyful chat, but it was Robert managing to join the boats on the water now. Yeah, there's no spinnaker. You reach the first upwind mark, and you're like, all right, got my maneuver down. I'm gonna launch the spinnaker. Where's my spinnaker?
Lol.
And yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the change personally.
Does it make it any slower, or like is it slower?
I haven't noticed. No, I think it goes pretty much as fast as it used to downwind. But it does switch. Oh, we've got some spectator boats on the water as well. Say hello to Willy, Esid, Afonso, and Sidlun, who shouldn't be there, but are. They should be leaving the race. Just so you guys know, it's only the top 4 boats that we're watching right now, and yeah, so it goes. The AC-75 goes about as fast as it used to downwind, but you know, it's 1 maneuver less, which technically makes the boat a little bit easier to sail. Resonance picking up a penalty 40 seconds to the start. Let's go see from an aerial perspective. I think this is going to be an aggressive start right here. We can see the Finnish boats are coming and trying to hook their Dutch adversaries. It's a double match race with one of the least maneuverable boats of the game. And yeah, especially there's been really weird wind in Auckland, on the virtual waters of Auckland. At least I've been playing today, and the wind shifts are insane. Not easy to manage, but we try.
That's crazy.
All right, here's the start. We've got 2 boats that are completely at a standstill. Finland taking a penalty and managing to take a decent start here. Lucas Kalemo from Finland here. We haven't been watching him very much yet, but he's going to be crossing ahead of Tenst, while Robert sails away into the lighter wind pressure right now, but going to keep that tactical advantage. As you can see right now, the Dutch have the outside of each part of the race course and will be able to pretty much control and stop the Finnish boats from coming back up. We'll take a look also really quick later on who's leading right now that Prada Cup on eSailing on Virtual Regatta, because the winner of the Prada Cup will, I believe, be automatically qualified at least for the playoffs, but maybe, I believe, for the final event as well. There was something about that in the race notice of race, so could be interesting to already be qualified. To be already qualified for the eSailing World Championship right off the first week could be awesome. I don't know what the event you're talking about, Jan. Is it the one we're watching right now, or the eSailing World Championship? If it's the eSailing World Championship, that's the official World Sailing event. And if this one right now, this is organized by eSailing Nations League, which is a committee of 4 players headed by Afonso, Carlos Parejo, Bradley Adam, and Martin Fernandez, all of them players that you know very well. They are the ones who put this event together. Not an official event, not officially sanctioned by the game or by World Sailing. It's a private event, it's a private league, but open to as many participants as possible, so that's why we had 30 teams. 30 teams joined this event originally. and who are still participating. For now, there hasn't been any knockout, so Robert keeping a safe distance ahead of Tenst, not letting himself get slowed down by the wind shadow, it seems.
Oh, that's Lucas. Tenst is on Resonance, pretty close there.
All right, but now Resonance is going to be stuck in some wind shadow, and we're going to see if Robert comes back to help him, or
it's
if he just tries to sit there.
It's the sandwich.
Yeah, it's the sandwich here. The Finnish sandwich.
Classic play. And right
a little
now,
bit of Gouda.
Resonance is gonna have to get that penalty from Tenst if he wants to make the mark. And does he make it?
Yep.
Yes, he makes it to the mark.
Well played
Nice
by
move.
Resonance here.
Putting Netherlands ahead at that downwind mark. Now Finland is gonna really have to catch up with Resonance and put them in the 4th place there. That's their only chance.
Jose.
Easy, says Jose.
Easy, he says. Well, easy for you, I hope.
Yeah, this is an easy game.
I mean, sailing is a fairly simple game, you know. Just go as fast as you can, avoid the other boats, and and win the start.
And don't hit the marks. Yeah.
Should go without saying, unfortunately. Problem I've been having more and more often, actually, especially in the J70s. Man, I was hitting the mark all the time during the last J70 event. I don't know what was going on.
Trying to do skillful plays, you know, that little 0.1 nautical mile.
There were 20 boats. No, the problem is that now on eSailing World Championship events, you've got 20 boats. Which, I don't know, I don't remember them being that many. But during the Mount Gay Rum launch event and close event of last weekend, 20 boats hitting the upwind mark at the same time. Man, I mean, you either hit the boat or hit the mark.
True.
All right, Robert Huisman coming up and rounding the dogleg up. Well, that was maybe a little bit of a fast spin. Rounding the dogleg first. And we're going to see if Finland manages to play a very aggressive downwind to come back and put the second Dutch boat, Resonance, in 4th place. This is the last chance right now for Finland, is to manage to put this Dutch boat, Resonance, in 4th place. 3rd place isn't going to cut it. And yep, in the next race, we are going to be racing 3v3 F50. It's the fastest race of the event and definitely one of the funnest to watch. I'm going to blush.
You've got some fans. Hey.
You can play me on the game. I play under Steven Seagal. And add my boat. Challenge me to a private race, and we'll see.
The Finnish team is trying to close up on Resonance, but
It's gonna be too short
to the finish line.
It's going to be too short. Resonance putting in that jibe, putting a penalty, and keeping a cool head in this 3rd race. That is 3 points for Holland, for the Netherlands, and a 1 point for sure gained tonight in this event.
Yeah, that's a solid lead there. Come on, Team Finland.
All right, we're hoping to see
do
Finland
this.
put up a fight, at least. It's hard. Netherlands is a very qualified team, which we've been seeing a lot of in the eSailing Nations League so far. We actually managed to bring you Netherlands versus Poland last week. That was fun.
Yeah. Yes.
That was I believe a sweep by, if I remember correctly. Let me see if we can go find tonight's event and show you where the score is officially so far. I think we need a second or two. How's the chat doing? Let us know what you guys are up to tonight. If you're going to be watching the eSailing events tonight, then you should definitely stay with us until 10 o'clock, and then we'll raid Jan's channel together. Alright, I'll be able to bring you a updated version of the race. It's not yet the it's not yet been updated with the third race results that we're going to be going into, but we should get that up onto your screen in just a sec. We're still doing all of this manually, literally having to load up channels for you guys. Actually pretty cool, this effect going on with the camera. I hadn't noticed this before. Have you seen the background now?
Oh, it's spinning, yeah.
Yeah, that's a new thing. I haven't seen that before. Is that something they've just added?
It seems. I don't have it on my side. I'm literally in town right now. The boat hit the shore.
So, right now, if you're just joining us, Netherlands leading this regatta with 3 points to 0 and been very dominating. They just managed to put Finland in 3rd and 4th place of the offshore racing of the offshore racer 2v2. Right now, we are going to be going into the F50 event. I hope it hasn't already started because it is a very fast race. It has already started. Sorry about that, guys. We are already late. Race committee doing a great job. Can only say that race committee is doing their job, starting the races one after the other, and right now it looks like it's Holland in the lead on the first upwind here after the reach. Who's representing Holland? It's Resonance, Taknown, and Voigtvoort. Voigtvoort that we haven't seen much yet tonight. One of the consistent Dutch players. Over on the Finnish team, we've got Lundberg, Esset, and Sidlund, who are currently 4th, 5th, and 6th. Coming back, crossing ahead of Voigtvoort and managing to at least get back that 3rd place. Right now, it's going to be a lot of teamwork. We need to flip into aerial view just so you can get all of this in. It goes by very quickly.
When Est trying to avoid that penalty, Est being very aggressive there.
Alright, we're gonna go see if Esset Sidlund having to cross behind. Esset, will he be able to cross ahead of Voigtvoort here? Now, I've noticed also on the eProduct Cup as well as CLGP events, oh, here we go, having to force Voigtvoort to tack ahead of him as well. So he's closing in on him. That they've added this new boundary. Now, if you see this yellow boundary next to the white boundary, that is now the boundary zone in which the port starboard rule does no longer applies.
It's inverted. It's actually...
Yeah, you have to give the other boat room to tack if you're in that boundary zone, even if you've got position on them. So they've been, I believe, implementing the rule. I haven't found the opportunity yet to actually go tack on a boat in that penalty zone and see if I still pick up a penalty or not. But this has appeared also...
It works. It works fine. Yeah. I think it's very surprising that people don't expect that and try to push you down, and at the last moment you tack. It really works great.
Yeah, you have to now be super careful. If you're the boat with the position, it's going to factor into your tactical choices. And here we see Voigtvoort just managing attack within ley line. But unfortunately, the wind shift is going to force him into another jibe. Lundberg, holding on to that 3rd place, needs to maybe try to find a way to help his teammates, but Sidlund and Esset are a little bit behind here, trailing about 150 meters behind the Dutch teams.
Lundberg is going to need that 2nd place to bring Finland a wind.
Well, right now, Finland can only hope for a draw if they manage to win the next 3 races. Otherwise, it will be a win for Holland if the Finnish don't win absolutely every race coming up now. And that is how it goes. It's a very cruel and tough event. There aren't many chances if you're not in it, if you're not in the zone, you might actually not have a chance to to save your team later on. Alright, maybe having a couple of problems over on the Facebook side. We apologize for that. If you're watching us on Facebook, we apologize, and we'll try to see what we can do really quick to fix that. Have you tried turning it off and turning it back on again?
Yeah, it gave me a little error message, but I think it's good now.
Alright, cool.
Alright, and Lundberg holding that third position as we reach the upwind marks and going down for that beam reach to the finish line.
Will
cannot catch up with Resonance at this point.
He's got to try to, no, there's nothing we can do here. If they were to bring, they'd have to be able to put, no, there's nothing they can do. As long as Holland takes 1 and 2, it's a done deal. And there we go, we have tonight's winners. Congratulations and GG to Holland. We're still going to watch the next 2 races, and we're then going to watch France versus Switzerland a little bit later over on Jan's channel, but it is a dominating position right now for Holland. Let's see if Finland still manages to put in a win or 2. I know they want to. Very competitive sailors, very competitive athletes in general over on these on the Finnish waters. That was race number 4. We are heading into the last 2 races. This is the J70 coming up, one of my favorite events of the evening.
It is probably the boat with which sailors have the most experience and will probably show us the finesse of their plays. Always look forward to these races because it goes fast, it's quite tactical, it reacts quick. I think it's everybody's favorite, pretty much.